Welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm Reese, and today we're talking about Manchester United. What a week it's been. A defeat to Young Boys in the Champions League 2-1. Disappointing start to the Champions League run. A lot of questions are being brought out of that game. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the coach to take us forward? What was going on with those tactics? Those substitutions were wild. But the thing I really want to talk about today is something I've been noticing in our first couple of games that kind of has gone under the bridge because we've won the games, and it might come back to hurt us going forward. Especially something to look out for in this West Ham game, because I think West Ham will sit back, absorb the pressure, and try and get us on the counter. So the main problem I'm seeing with the Manchester United lineup as so far is Wan-Bissaka. He's a great defensive right back, one of the best defensive one-on-one specialists in world football. Absolutely excellent, great tackle. He's put many great attackers in his pocket. But going forward, he's been such a liability. He's got absolutely no attacking game. His best move is to give the ball to the other team, tackle him, and then that's his move. Or get a red card, because he has no touch, which is abysmal for a professional football player to have no touch. If you see in the games when we're getting, especially against teams that sit back, like Newcastle did last week, we're trying to play out from the back, but as soon as we get down to Wan-Bissaka's right side, it's breaking down. They're pressing us, we're getting into pressure. Either he's booting it away, he's trying to play up the line to Sancho, who can't really hold the ball. He can't really hold the ball with his back to goal. He's not a big player. He's not a strong player. That's not his strength. He's to get in behind the line. He's to get on the ball. So then it's really breaking down there. We're getting no crosses in from the right side, so we're all going down the other side. So there's a lot of pressure on whoever's on the other side, which Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford, whoever it is, there's a lot of pressure on them to produce a lot going down that side because we haven't got much coming from the right side. So there's a couple ways that we can make this better in the future. Some ways that we can fix this in the future is to get a new right back, which I think Manchester United are already halfway ahead of when we were trying to get Trippier in the off-season. A lot of people were surprised that Trippier was on our target list. Even though we've got Wan-Bissaka, a world-class right back, we were trying to sign Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid. And I think this is why. I think Ole realises that with that liability going forward at the right, it makes our attack very left side dominant, and we need someone on the other side to provide the option. We thought bringing in a right winger might help that, but if Sancho or Greenwood are isolated on that right side and they don't have anyone overlapping who can pose a threat with a cross, and we can't play out the back through the right side, we can't play out through the middle because Fred is a liability on the ball, it's really limiting our options going forward, and it will be a problem against some of these lower teams. Against the big teams like City and Liverpool, who like to hold the ball and will come on top, that is not going to be as big of a problem. As you've seen last year, very good counter-attacking football, elite counter-attacking football with your Rashfords, your Sanchos, now your Ronaldo. Wan-Bissaka can just defend, do what he does best, and isn't relied on as an outlet going forward. So we really need to sign a centre midfielder, a deep lying midfielder who can take the ball from the defence, bring it forward to Pogba, bring it forward to Bruno, and then get it to Ronaldo, get it to Rashford, get it to where our big bucks are. Fred, great defensively, similar to Wan-Bissaka, very good defensively. He likes to drift into those spaces, makes his tackles, makes his interceptions. But when it comes to being on the ball, to trying to break down these teams, he's not good on the ball. He's not taking it, soaking up pressure, distributing it. He's getting caught on the ball. He's making bad passes. He's really stagnating the attack. We're not switching it from side to side, because once we get it over to the Wan-Bissaka side, if he needs to get it back, it needs to go through Fred, and it's breaking down. So I think Ole is aware of this situation. Like, we are trying to sign Jude Bellingham next year. I don't think he's a deep-lying defender by any means. He's a box-to-box midfielder. But maybe we're just going to have to play 3 box-to-box midfielders. I'd love to give Donny van de Beek a go in the 6. I think he's better than Fred on the ball, obviously, but defensively, he's a little bit suspect compared to Fred. But when you've got Varane, you've got Maguire, you've got those two are world-class centre-backs. We shouldn't be needing to protect them as much as we did when we used to have Lindelof and Bailly and these other lesser centre-backs. So going forward, hopefully we can get a deep lying number 6, someone who can hold the ball, distribute it well, and also we can get a new right back. So I think these are the two main holes in the squad that are going to hold us back from winning the Champions League or winning the league this year. Yeah. So that's our look at the team and what I think we can do. Now let's dive into a little bit about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his tactics. There's a lot of things that you need to do as a manager. There's a lot of different components to being a manager. Your tactics is one of them. Your man management is another one. Your recruitment is another one. As far as it comes to recruitment, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Every player that we've wanted, we've got our Varane, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo. For players of that ilk to come to play under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says that they see that he must be doing a lot right in those interviews, in those sit-down meetings, because you're not going to get world-class players like Varane, Champions League winners, World Cup winners like Varane, Euro winners, Champions League winners, Ballon d'Or winners like Ronaldo coming to play under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if he's not conducting himself well in those. When it comes to man management, 10 out of 10. He's done great. Luke Shaw was broken when he got here. Pogba was broken when he got here. Rashford was a little bit less confident when he got here. Mason Greenwood wasn't even in the first team when he got here. He's brought Mason through. He's instilled a lot of confidence. Luke Shaw, one of the best left backs in the world now. Pogba's starting to find a little bit of form in Manchester United. A lot of these things you got to put down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Since he's came in, these are the things that have happened. Under Jose, they weren't happening. And everyone knows and says that Jose is a world-class manager. So those two facets of being a manager, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has covered himself in glory very, very well. But when it comes to tactics, to substitutions in particular, he's been left a lot to be desired. Taking off Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, our two best players that hold the ball, players that offer a bit of a threat going forward, and replacing them with Lingard and Matic, I think everyone knows that was a mistake. It was quite mind-boggling happening. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it, really. But hopefully, going forward, we can see him learn from his mistakes and make better substitutions a bit earlier. He has had those situations where he has made those halftime substitutions. I think against Southampton last year when we were down 2-0 at halftime, brings on Cavani. Cavani scores 2. We get another goal. We win the game. He made that substitution nice and early, gave them time to affect the game. But then on the other hand, we have the Europa League final when 100 and something minutes and he hasn't made a substitution. That's just unacceptable. Manchester United should be challenging for the league this year, should be challenging for the Champions League this year. There is no excuses. There is holes in the squad, but every team has holes in the squad. It's up to Ole as a manager to find a way to get trophies this year. If he doesn't get any trophies this year, it's sad to say that Ole will need to go, because this team is too talented, too much firepower for us not to be winning trophies and getting back to where we should be, which is on top of world football. That is all for today. Up the Reds, and let's see if we can beat the Hammers tonight. I'm out.
I think we just got that clap.
What?
I think we just got that clap.
We just got that. We got the clap, did we? That's not good. Might need to get tested. Sweet. I don't think there'll be much editing at all for that.
Yeah, thanks, mate.